Okay, I know it's confusing when you think of your race versus your nationality, and you look at the maps, and you can even look at old maps of like the United States, and you'll see Mexico was way up here in California, stretched, I swear, all the way to like Texas or something. And so you think about Mexico and a Mexican and or an American. It's known that Mexican people, the blend is Spanish and Yaqui Indian, created the Mexican. And your heritage is really Spanish and Yaqui Indian, you know, your race. You live in the land of Mexico. Your nationality, your country, Mexico. And so if Mexico was all the way up into California, even a long time ago, it was the Spanish and the heritage of the Yaqui Indian. Created that blend of that nation. Think about China. China's a country, right? Or a continent, or whatever they call it. And you have then people that are Chinese, as opposed to people that are a blend of maybe there was Japanese mixed with Taiwan. Now I'm from New Mexico, which is in the United States of America. So I'm American. And I would get called Mexican, and I'd get embarrassed because I'm not, you know, I wasn't known as a Mexican. I'm getting called something I wasn't known as, type of thing. I'm not racist against Mexicans. And my blend is Spanish and white, straight out from Spain, Malaya, and Caucasian from Texas. Are they though? Are they Texan, or are they from Sweden? So when you ask these people, they're Sweden, Bohemian, Scottish, right? Different ethnicities. Now we're in the land of United States of America, so we're American. Are we nations? Are we nationalists? Are we internationalists? You know, we're quite the blend, aren't we? And when you do your DNA, what you think you are and what shows up there is interesting, because like I said, I thought it was Spanish, Caucasian. But, you know, the deeper was Spanish, French, Portuguese, Sweden, this and that. And then when I did 23andMe, British. It was like over 50% British. Is British a race? A bloodline? Britain? The UK? The country? That came out on top, and then Spanish stuff. A little bit of Native American. So if you're Native American, what are you? An Indian? Were you evolution that took place from the Big Bang? Upright, the first uprights? Evolved. We evolve, right? We evolve. So like, let's say in nature things evolve, you know. it adapts, it adopts, it turns different. So you can be from Spain and be blonde hair, blue eyed, inland, and then if you're from the outer regions, the coastal towns, you're darker skinned. Your eyes are probably darkened up too because of the protection. People with light eyes, it's known, they have a hard time with the sun. And they always want you to just pick one thing, you know, race. I'm two things. Literally, my mom's green-eyed, lighter skinned, strawberry blondish, you know, hair. My dad was Spanish, Portuguese, French. Brown eyes, brown hair. Her family was taller, my dad's is shorter. I remember going to Mexico and they're at the border crossing, we were crossing, they're like, what country are you from? I go, Mexico. Or I think they asked me what nationality I was. I go, Mexican. And my dad's like, you're not Mexican, you're New Mexican. So, something to think about, right? You know, they say like the UK, they became nationalists in England. Same with Australia, and that meant that they had their guns taken away. So the Second Amendment was put there to protect us from a tyrannical government, not for duck hunting. Because we are the duck. And just think there didn't used to be ducks. We had birds, you know, prehistoric birds, things like that. And so we've evolved, adapted to society and what we think is edible food, which is us. But we don't like the fields we're in, you know what I mean? So you don't have to have a gun to be safe. Just knowing and having knowings and these things are good enough. So that's why it's longitudinal aware. So you have the South Pacific with a certain vibe that got taken over by confusion, and you know, the hotels are okay, they're fun, they get you in the mood, and then you get sold on buying stuff and or possibly moving there, or something calls you, you know, and then you see the real workings of the island. You're like, wow, it's a lot of poverty, weird confusion, weird people, just like everywhere. So you're seeing a lot of the protesting in the big cities happen, and then it'll keep coming into the smaller areas, and it's a matter of time before everything's free under God. And just know there's a mother God. And we can all get along. We can. So we need role models and gods, not moms and dads and sex partners. And even just evoking that in you with your kids is really cool. It works. You take the high road as much as possible, you'll see. But you don't leave them sheltered and stupid, these kids, and you don't get rid of them to glorified babysitters. You take back your power as a parent. So it's just a matter of time before we see boots on the ground. There's invisible light going on right now around you. Just know that. That's what's protecting you. Those are real realms you can tap into, or let the spirits do it. All right. Peace out.